Good evening. Welcome to my end of the week recap here for the S&P 500 and plan ahead for next week. Did end up getting into some 16 May 262 calls here at 299. Once price action did come down, test the 200 SMA per my previous plan. I was actually looking at 261s. Bounced up a little bit further than what I liked, so I went ahead and got at the money calls at the time where price was. Anyways, reason I held through this drop was the 200 SMA is right here. Kind of expected market makers to do exactly this. Anytime there's a significant level of support on a chart, participants are going to be watching it. Market makers, hedge funds, high frequency traders are all going to know where those orders are. So they see all the buy orders right in this region here. They know that those participants that are buying it have their stops somewhere down here just below. Most likely their stops got taken out on this huge volume here, somewhere between 260.5 and 259. Once all those stops were triggered, there was a lot of extra buying pressure. The market makers reverse it and take out these stops for the bearish traders that were looking at this as a retest for a breakdown and push it up higher. So that's what happened on Thursday. On Friday, price action gap down, confirmed the 200S support right here. As you can see, just barely tagged it, broke it just by a dime about it looks like, and rallied up much higher. Now, at first glance, it looked like the S&P 500 was only being propped up by Apple and MasterCard, but if you look at the overall heat map, the S&P 500 was green all over. Nearly every name in the S&P 500 was showing a significant amount of strength. So that is why we had such a move we had today. Volume is about average, I would say, for a second day play off of a significant moving average support here of the 200 SMA. If you go back and look at some of these other big moves, these big bounces, this one, the most recent one here, this huge candle, you can see massive volume there. Next day consolidation was a little bit lower volume, and even the next day after that was even lower volume. Reason being is it's just simply digestion off of a support. Anybody who got into this position was simply waiting. Anyone who wanted to get in was waiting for a nice tight risk to reward way to enter the trade, which most likely would have been above this candle, stop loss just below. And it's probably going to be something very similar what we're going to see on Monday. Maybe it's going to open up, it's going to chop around here a little bit between this 266.5 and 267, 267.75. And we'll have a little bit of chop, a little bit of battleground, and price may break and continue higher to about 270, 272. One of these two lines over here on my daily time frame. Now these 262 calls I have, I will be looking to take some off here at the 50 SMA. Just because that was where my overall target was. If price action opens up and pushes down a little bit and comes into one of these lines, this green line I mentioned on my previous video was the monthly 8 EMA, just want to know where it's at. Also a nice round number, 263, and the top of where Thursday's consolidation finally did break. I will add into that position or maybe even take some 263 calls plus 1 week. We'll see what happens at that point. If price action continues higher, I'm not going to add into what I already have. I'm just going to simply sit and wait, look for consolidation. Ideally, it'll bounce right here, maybe pull back a little bit, and then start to rally back up higher, and I can add in above this 268 level into another leg. So that's just a little bit of thinking ahead. Over here on the daily time frame, just want to touch on this real quick. It also looks like what could be a W pattern forming, leg down, come up into an apex, comes back down, and now it looks like we're going to start a new rally. Price action does have to get through the 50 SMA first to do that though, so a little bit of patience there, but if it does break above, I can see it easily testing 270 to 272, probably even back up here to 280 in the near future. Now this will be my trade plan for Monday. Have a good weekend and good luck.